Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone. My name is Nunun&Sayid, and we are from UIN Raden Intan Lampung with Pak Said Wijaya MPD. And in today's occasion, we are going to present our paper entitled Engaging Autonomous Listening and Reading Activities in EFL Online Environment. Now, let me begin with the introduction. So this research focused on autonomous learning, in which, according to Hulaifiah et al. In 2021, autonomous learning is a process to be aware of taking control of learning. So it means that the students should take control of their learning, look up their materials without being assisted by the teacher all the time. And in this study, we also focus on online environment or online learning, in which that, according to Meladina and Zaswita in 2020, online learning needs integration of technologies and internet connection to support learning. And it is also to develop materials for educational purposes, instructional delivery, and management of programs. It is according to Adedoyin and Soikan in 2020. And there are some challenges and problems when doing autonomous learning in university context. According to Mansur and Islam in 2022, the first one is lack of teacher training. The second one is disciplinary problems and resistance from students. And then the third one is administrative hurdles. And then the next one is difficulties in developing assessment framework. And the last one is creating motivational environment for autonomous learning techniques. And in doing autonomous learning, the learner should be the focus, not the teacher. So the students need to engage to the learning process. It is according to Benson in 2007. And there are lots of previous research has been done related to autonomous learning. Those are about autonomous learning in ELT, autonomous learning strategies in ELT, autonomous learning activities in ELT, and also autonomous in English language skills. But in the current study, we focus on the autonomous listening and reading activities in online environment during COVID-19 outbreak. And then the next one is the methodology. This research is descriptive qualitative research. So we conducted online survey by using Google Form, and we administered questionnaire of attitude, which was adopted from ABC model based on Jane in 2014. And in this questionnaire, it consists of 3 aspects. Those are affective, behavior, and cognition aspects, in which each aspect has 10 items of questionnaire. And then we also adopted Likert scales from range 1 until 4. 1 is strongly disagree, 4 is strongly agree. And the participants of the study is 107 students at the 4th semester of English Education Study Program. We choose the 4th semester of English education students because they have already experienced the extensive listening and extensive reading class, in which the teacher educator give the guidance and assistance in the autonomous learning atmosphere. And the sampling technique which is used in this research is convenience sampling, in which the students who are willing to fill the questionnaire would be the participants of the study. And then the next is the result and discussion. The result would be displayed based on 3 aspects of attitude. The first one is affective. In affective aspect, it would reveal about the students' emotion and students' feeling related to do autonomous listening and reading activities in online environment. Okay, we can see that in table 1, it's about the students' response in affective aspects. Most of the students agreed with the statements. It means that most of the students give positive feedback or have a positive attitude toward autonomous listening and reading activities in terms of affective aspects. And the next one is behavior aspect, in which that it revealed about the students' behavior. when doing autonomous listening and reading activities in online environment. And we can see in the table that most of the students also agreed with the statement. Yeah, but in the last statement, we can see that the students who are agree and disagree were equal. Here there are 38 students, but if we look at the entire students who fill these items, most of the students agree and strongly agree with this statement. So it means that in this aspect, in behavioral aspects, the students have positive attitude toward autonomous listening and reading activities in online environment. And the last one is about the cognition aspect. In this aspect, reveal about the students' ability or intelligence related to autonomous listening and reading activities in online environment. From the table, we can also conclude that most of the students agreed with the statement. So it means that there were positive attitudes towards autonomous listening and reading activities in online environment in terms of cognition. So from the tables of result from the questionnaire, we can conclude that most of the students have positive response in terms of affective behavior and cognition concerning on their experiencing many kinds of online reading and listening materials, and then doing self-evaluation and determining their learning goal, and also dealing with the environmental support when doing autonomous learning, such as technological facilities and teachers' system. And we can also conclude that the students were excited to do listening and reading independently through online sources. They also have positive response in taking responsibility for their own learning, either in listening and reading. And this finding implies that college students or university students have awarded the importance of autonomy in listening learning, and they always evaluate their self-learning after class. So this statement is supported by Yan Yibo in 2015. And autonomous learning also has significant impact on EFL learning, and this statement is supported by Lenkanawati in 2017. And the autonomous learning condition can also help the students develop as self-regulated readers. It is also supported by Lake and Holster in 2014. And then the conclusion, from 107 students, more than 50% of the students have positive attitude toward autonomous online activities in listening and reading in terms of attitude, affective behavior, and cognition. And concerning on the first one is their exposure input of online listening and reading materials. And then the second one is their readiness and willingness to do autonomous listening and reading in online environment. And then the third one is the response toward supporting environment when doing autonomous learning, such as technological facilities and teacher assistant. And then there is this current research also have limitation. So the study didn't discuss the types of activities in autonomous listening and reading in online environment. So therefore, the further research are needed to find out autonomy supporting strategies that can be beneficial for the students in university context. And then these are the references that we use in our research. Okay, so thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.